Hello, this is Video Log 112, and currently it is 8:30 a.m. CST. Uh, yep, it's been a while as usual. I've been doing my own thing for the most part, and I've been enjoying myself, and, uh, I've been feeling a little bit stagnant recently, but, I've been going back on Indeed and looking for different jobs as opposed to the most immediate options that I have as of now, because, sure, there are a few that were thrown right in my face when the recruiters were looking for a Chicago police officer, but I was also, I don't know, I really don't feel like having to commit that hard into something as of now, even though the pay is really fucking good once you get through the academy and the exam and the power test or whatever they call it. Um, it's actually salary is pretty damn good, and it was enticing at first sight. It's very tempting because you start off at like 50 60K, and then you go up to 88K in like 9 months or something. But then again, it's a commitment, and it's definitely going to induce a lot of stress, especially for somebody like me, knowing how my nervous system is still kind of all sorts of out of whack. Oh, I wouldn't say it's out of whack. I've definitely gotten much better, and that's, I guess, why they have an academy for it, because you have to be level-headed basically 100% of the time in your job. So I think I can do it, but I'm not sure yet, and that's my indecisive nature. So I mean, there's still a lot of routes, with the Chicago Park District and a lot of different kinds of jobs that doesn't even have to be under the city. So I'm still very tempted to do it, but I don't know. I'm still going to go to the examination, and I'm going to look at the exam prep stuff, and I'm going to go to the little test, because why not just do it, because I'm not investing in it anyways. I wouldn't be if I did decide to do that. So I'm going to at least do that and see how it goes and see how I actually feel about it before I make a decision, before even trying anything out. So, yeah, the exam is on the 26th. There's an exam prep on the 16th, and the power is, I think, like every week, and it's in like one of the buildings that they have somewhere in the city. So I could do that pretty much any time during the week. I want to push it until like after the 14th. I'm not even go to the exam prep because I kind of skimmed it. I think most I would do fine in its time, of course, and whatnot. I mean, like I don't even think I need accommodations for the examination, even though I may be a slower test taking in comparison to other people, because I do get distracted easily and whatnot. But I don't know. I mean, like, I feel like if I'm in the right headspace, I'd do well and still do it on time. I just had to be in that place, and well prepared, I guess. So I don't have to actually think about it. I'll just know the answer. So yeah, that's like a possibility and whatnot. So I'm still going to do that, because I don't really have anything else in sight as of now that I want to do or know that I want to do. Other than my hobbies and whatnot, like reading math. I mean, I haven't been doing math as much as I want to and whatnot, so I'm probably going to go back to doing that. I mean, I kind of read through the combinatorics books, and then I kind of fell off during the multinomial theorem, so I still have to do like graph theory, and I kind of want to. I mean, like, I have these books for a reason and whatnot, so I might as well go through them. And even if I decide not to make math books, at least it's helping my understanding of the framework of mathematics, or modern framework, at least when it comes to combinatorics, because I do have a modernized version of the current state of combinatorics. I like when it comes to, they have like analytical combinatorics and then enumerated combinatorics. I think enumerative combinatorics, I don't know how they distinguish all of it, but enumerative combinatorics is basically the stuff that I'm doing now. It's enumerating the geometry of things, basically, I think, or some shit like that. I don't know. I mean, well, actually, enumerative combinatorics is basically, so when you think about enumerative stuff in computer science, you have like an item and then a number beside that item. So basically, there's a state and then a number associated with that state. So if you have enumerative combinatorics, and then the last number associated with the last state is going to be the number of possible states in a given system. So I guess that's probably why they call it enumerative combinatorics or something. It's counting, right? So enumerative counting. So yeah, it seems interesting, and I've been enjoying it. I also have I've been getting sidetracked again because I've been jumping around everywhere. I've been kind of enjoying myself, and I feel like I shut it off in another layer, because I've been listening to a lot of rap recently. I feel like most people wouldn't think that I'd listen to something like Queen Herbie, but I've been listening to Queen Herbie. I actually enjoy her music. It's pretty fun to listen to. And Watsky. Well, I mean, like, when I was younger, I listened to stuff like Lil Wayne, Big Sean. What else I listened to? a lot of rappers actually. Like I think it was just basically all the rappers back in 2012 to 2020. Um, it's hard to like just name them off the top of my head, but I've been going back to some of them. Like yeah, so that's been kind of fun. I also got like merch to support Watsky because I do enjoy his music a lot. So it's like, might as well get some. And I've also been trying to expand my wardrobe so I won't have like basic T-shirts like this. So I have something on it that has like a cool picture, and it happens to support somebody that I tend to enjoy when it comes to their art form. So I definitely like Watsky stuff a lot actually. So I've listened to Watsky before when I was younger, and I totally forgot how good he was because I think he kind of blew up back in like 12 years ago. I think he's like in his 30s now, so it was like early 20s when he blew up, and I was like, holy shit, this guy's good. I forgot how good he was. It's like, how did I forget about this guy? But yeah, I mean, last time he dropped music, he does poetry and all that stuff too. So I think the last time he actually dropped a banger was like 3 years ago, maybe. I don't know. It's been a few years probably. He's getting old, you know. It's like he has done his dues, and I think he's done enough, to be honest. I don't know. He has like 5 to 6 albums or something. So it's a lot of music. Yeah, I don't know. I've been writing stuff on my board, and you know, standard stuff when it comes to my general health, and I've been doing okay, you know. And my parents are coming in today. They're coming from Richmond Airport, and they're going to be here at around 3:30. So, and I think they're going to be in their Airbnb at around 6:30. So, you know, it may take like an hour and a half for them to figure out how to get out the airport and blah blah blah, and having to get an Uber. It may take a while for the Uber to come in. So they're projecting it to be around 6:30. That seems right. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe like 6:30. But anyways, yeah, I don't care. They'll just tell me the exact time once they actually have the Uber, and I'll just visit. I'm planning on just going to the Airbnb and hang out with them for a little bit. My mom like brought spices and some clothes for me because she knows I don't like shopping, but I do online shopping. I kind of want to do more online shopping. I don't I guess I could have like the mainstream brands and whatnot, like Columbia and all the other ones, but my mom actually did give me some Columbia shirts, which is why I said that. Yeah, so I don't know. So yeah. I don't know. I'm just kind of freeballing over here. But yeah, I don't know. So it's going to be fun. I'm not really planning on doing too much today. It's going to be chilly, so I'm not really going to be outside when it's like 63 with wind chill. So it's probably going to feel like mid-50s to high 50s. And we may go to like a restaurant, or we'll just hang out at the Airbnb, or maybe we'll get something from the grocery store and cook something together and just hang out, get some beers and just chill and socialize and have fun and catch up a little bit. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Yeah. Yeah. I'm supposed to have. I have 7 days off, 7 to the 14th. I'm blanking out because I'm thinking about all the bunch of random shit. But yeah, I mean, like I'm the kind of person to take it day by day when I'm on vacation. So I said I was going to have a rough itinerary. I have a list of things. I just don't have the time in which I want to do those things. So I'll like throw out ideas, and I'll just, you know, we'll just go day by day and see how they feel about certain things. And they're in the mood to go out and actually do things. And I'll probably like throw out museums and different tourist areas. And there's just a lot to do. So definitely for 7 days. And yeah, so. Other than that, I'm probably going to get a promotion from my park supervisor for, you know, facility maintenance and whatnot, and it's going to be a year-round position paying around $55,000 a year, which is enough to make a living. That's like more than 3 times the amount of rent that I'm paying for right now. So, yeah, so I'm excited for that. And if I decide not to go to the, you know, Chicago Police Department, I have that, or I can find like an office job somewhere. I could probably find a nonprofit of some sort, and you know, that'll actually use my skills a little bit more as opposed to trying something different. And I say different, but like for the police, definitely that's something that I've never. Obviously, I have no experience in. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. It's like sometimes I get tired of like. They have, you know, the city's great and whatnot. They have a lot of safety nets, and the pays well, and you get all the benefits that you can get, you know. But at the same time, it's pretty mundane. I feel like I could probably use, you know, like other skill sets and translate them to other parts of the market. So I've been trying to brainstorm different ideas for that kind of stuff, and nonprofits mainly. Like I think I sort of want a job that, I want access to a computer at the very least. But at the same time, I kind of want to be on my feet. So I was like, I used to have a job like that. I had access to a computer that was on my feet over Gene City County. It was a very versatile job because I did guest services and I was also working at a park and campgrounds and there were events going on. Just a lot to do. Well, during the summer, during the winters, just completely day. You're pretty much stuck in the store / guest services building and whatnot. So it was like that was kind of dead. But I actually spent a lot of I brought my laptop and I programmed and whatnot. So I actually kept myself busy for the most part. And I was also thinking about getting a PC as well. Again. But I'm going to wait a little bit longer before I decide to do that. I want to feel more settled, and I also want a job that I'll know at least I'll have for the next few years with some kind of surplus, so I won't be completely broke. So aside from that, I've been hanging out with Corey more. I have not been hanging out with Rick. Corey is around my age. I personally think he's a lot more interesting, and he has more things that he like. Well, he's also more extroverted, but he's understanding towards me and whatnot because he's had friends like me before, and there are days where I just don't really feel like hanging out with people, and he understands. He doesn't push me. He's the kind of person. Rick was the kind of guy that would just like text me out of nowhere, like he would spam call me and stuff and want to do stuff, but this guy's more like I'll give him space if he wants to do something, then I'll let him contact me or I'll give recommendations. And if he decides to say no, then whatever. It's not my side of the field. So he's very understanding towards people like me, and that was really nice of him. And he also happens to be a very intelligent, interesting person, aside from all the other positive factors that I've seen in him. So I think, I think him and I would probably be friends for a while. I think we'd both be good friends for at least for a few years. And I do see a lot of growth with it myself being around him because he's more extroverted, and he is a kind of person that likes to go to bars and clubs and whatnot. So he actually he brought me to a club once, and it was a place close to downtown, and I actually enjoyed myself surprisingly because the thing is with clubs is that you don't really have to bars you have to socialize a lot, but like clubs you can kind of just stand and kind of just enjoy the atmosphere and the ambiance of it and the music. And this club happened to be an electric one, so they had like EDM music. So I actually like electronic music quite a bit. So the guy that invited me to it, he liked the DJ that was going there, but it happened to show at 12. But we left early because we had worked the day before. We were working together and all that. So, the bartenders were really cute too. But the drinks and most of the stuff there was really expensive due to the convenience. And it's also a very popular place, so they can get away with, marking up the prices a bit. So, yeah. But I enjoyed myself. It was fun. Yeah, like going outside, it's just not having to talk to people all the time. If I can just enjoy the scenery with other people or the event or whatever, and just coexist without having to chat all the time, I'd be fine with that. Yep. I guess it's hard to get away with that one over at bars and whatnot. I'm still fine with going to bars with friends and stuff, but it's not like the first thing on my list if I want to go out somewhere. But yeah, that was actually a fun experience. Actually quite a bit has been happening for the past few weeks. Other than that, it's been fairly mundane and whatnot. Yeah. I've been filling my time with things and stuff, and I also tried I tried dual booting on my laptop again. Of course, I had issues. I got the ISO, and I happened to have the key that was still in my machine, so I had to get a new key for the Windows 10 operating system. And I had driver issues, network driver issues out of all things, and I installed the drivers that was supposed to be for the laptop that I have with the specific Wi-Fi card that I have as well. And I tried using the device manager to search it and actually find it. Where there was another word I was thinking about, but yeah, and it didn't find it for some reason, even though I took it from the USB drive and I put it into the actual, the partition for that particular operating system, Windows 10, and it still couldn't. It didn't notice it for some reason. I don't know. It was installed, and it just I'd never had. I didn't think this would actually occur. I've dual booted with Windows pre-installed on a machine before, and then like putting Ubuntu or Linux or whatever. But I have not done it the other way because I took Windows out, but it still happened to have the partition for the boot machine, whatever you call it. Windows Boot Manager, I think is what it's called. So it still had that, so I didn't have to worry about that. It's just that I had to get the ISO for it, and then I just flashed the ISO into the thumb drive, and everything worked fine until for some reason, the machine could not find the damn Wi-Fi card driver. So I was like, whatever, fucking. I just got annoyed and I got impatient. I don't know what I went on the Lenovo website and I looked for the particular driver for the Wi-Fi card that I have on this computer. I installed it from the USB drive, or the thumb drive, or whatever you want to call it, and it didn't work. So I don't know. That's beyond me. I don't know what the issue is, and I don't feel like figuring out right now. So that happens to be the, and I didn't really have a good reason to get it, but other than the fact that I may want to play games every once in a while, but I'm still not really in the mood to play them. So I'm like, yeah, and I can also play quite a few games on Ubuntu. So I was like, I was just bored one day and I decided to do that, and I have 1 terabyte of memory, so I kind of I did 700 Windows, 300 Ubuntu, because I know if I start playing games more, it's definitely going to be more on Windows than Ubuntu. So, but it's whatever. I mean, I'm thinking about getting a PC anyways, and I'll just use this as my Linux laptop, I guess, because yeah. Anyways, so I think that's it. That's everything that's been happening for the past couple of weeks. Yeah. Pretty much it. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.